got, of course, we've got Ben David Garza.
Yes, sir.
Who is, I'm guessing, is the Grand Poobah?
Almost. Not quite grand, but the Poobah, yes.
Right on. I don't know.
I thought I had a joke.
Let's call him the producer.
The producer.
The producer. So thank you, Flabby, for inviting us today. It's quite an honor to be here. We've heard a lot of great things about you.
Really?
From who?
Obviously been talking
From him. I'm from Roberta. I know Roberta, actually.
I
know
never.
Roberta.
Everyone's shocked.
What?
I'm amazed. This is amazing. So tell us briefly a little about the show.
Oh, excellent. Well, we are here to promote a new production that is called Bloody Haymarket. This is an original theatrical production about the Haymarket riot in Chicago, 1886.
Whoa.
Excellent production. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be in the spring, and we'd like to invite you and all your listeners to come see it.
Woo!
Oh, right on. So, I mean, Haymarket, is that a market where they used to sell hay back in the old days?
No, not quite.
Not
quite.
It's a place where cops used to beat up unions.
Union members at that.
Sounds like you were there.
Now they just beat up everybody.
the Pinkertons?
It's totally different age now.
The Pinkertons were part of it. They were hired by Pinkerton to be able to protect the capitalist from
Yes. So it was hired thugs.
hired thugs. If you want to call them hired thugs,
Goons.
they were.
Prussians. Did they bring in the Prussian army? I think they brought it at some point.
Cossacks.
Cossacks. Yeah.
We have a nihilist artist there who was part of it as well. So yes, he plays the role.
Oh, okay, cool. And so, when is this production coming? Where is it going?
Good question.
When is it costing?
Excellent, good question. So the first thing is that we are online. The website is www.bloodyhaymarket.com. It is going to play at the Irish American Cultural Center. It is going to start in the spring. The first production
Show is
is
April 30th.
April 30th. Then we have another one on May the 4th. And then every Saturday in the month of May.
Oh,
At
okay.
8 p.m.
And all at the same, the Irish American.
Irish American, 8 p.m.
And where's that located?
It's the address is 2646 Knox Avenue in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
46.
4626.
Oh,
Here we go.
4626.
Yeah,
Okay,
here we go.
groovy. And is there a website right now besides
Yes.
the main site where people can actually go reserve
Sure.
seats and stuff?
Well, absolutely. So tickets are on sale already at Brown Paper Tickets.
Oh, okay.
Brown Paper Tickets, just search for Bloody Haymarket. It'll take you to our site. Tickets are going at $20.
And in a delicious twist, Brown Paper Tickets is owned by the Pinkertons.
Oh, wow. No, don't tell me this, Flabby. You're killing me. You're killing me, Flabby.
So, to briefly, a synopsis of the play itself. Do you take us through the background of the thing, or do you take us through the whole story, or is it an incident within the Haymarket riots?
It's the whole story. In fact, let me introduce my director, Rob. The director is Eric Coleman, right behind me. He's a writer, co-writer, and the director.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry about the tight squeeze in here.
That's an American name. All right. So the story is everything from the Civil War. So basically, back in the 1880s, people working 10, 12, and 14-hour days, making $1.50 a day, which would be about $40 in today's money, working 6 to 7 days a week, basically being worked to perdition. So this is back when they had no social safety net, they had no unemployment insurance, or if you lost your arm in the factory, they have somebody else waiting to take your place, and there's no such thing as disability, whatever. So it was a terrible time for workers.
Right. This is before the shirtwaist
an
factory
understatement.
disaster in New York kind of galvanized public opinion to keep people from being locked into sweatshops and stuff like that. Some of the things that we've seen, in the last few years, or that we've been allowed to see in the media about factories collapsing in subcontinent Asia and things like that, were all happening here in the United States.
That's exactly why we're
True,
doing this
and
production.
this is a very misreported. It's not a known part of American history. They don't teach kids about the 1877 railroad strike in school. That was the closest thing to America ever had to a general strike. 500,000 people walked off their job back in 1877, and it all started because one guy in Martinsburg, Virginia, tried to join a union and got fired for it. And then one by one, workers walked off. It's actually where Weezer's Blue Album "Workers Are Going Home." That song. My name is Jonas. I'm carrying the wheel. It's about the 1877 railroad strike. So that's about the only thing that seeps into pop culture about it. This is a major turning point in labor politics. And I was a tour guide some years ago, and I read the book Death in the Haymarket by James Green, really good book, and then ended up reading Haymarket Revisited and everything I could get my hands on about the Haymarket. So that's where it comes from.
Fantastic.
And there's been a lot of really eerie coincidences that have happened along the way. Just give the example, me and co-writer here, co-director Dave McGrath.
Yeah, we should probably at this point, let's go around the room real fast.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Introduce everybody.
Okay.
That's number one.
Yeah, Bachelor number one in the back there. Your
Right back
name
here.
is? Good loud.
Hey, my name's Elliot Lerner. I'm playing August Spees.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Asta Razma. I'm playing Nanny Fields.
All right.
David McGrath, co-writer and director.
And he's playing one of the characters as well, the comic of
Can I
1886.
give some of your spiel?
And was this
We're ready to report if you want us to, by the way.
Oh, you got
We've got a scene for you.
Oh, let's hear it. Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
let's do the courtroom scene.
Okay, I
So
will
this-
also
this
be
is-
playing Grinnell, because it's just fun to play bad, so
Let's set it up.
set up
So-
the, yeah.
So let's set it up. So the anarchists have already been arrested.
Right.
They are being tried for instigating a riot. The fact is
And
that
this all happened in Chicago, by the way.
Chicago,
For those listeners out there who are
Chicago,
completely
May 4th,
idiotic and
May 4th,
mouth breathing,
May 4th,
they're drooling
1886.
right now. They're going like.
All Chicago.
Don't talk
This
about
is a
Darren
Chicago
like
story,
that.
by the way. So that's why it's relevant. It's relevant, it's important, and people need to know about it.
Oh yeah.
This
I
particular
mean, the same exact things are setting themselves up in today's sort of environment.
That's why we're
The
putting
death
it
of
up.
the unions, the middle class being crushed, all these things are
Absolutely.
directly attributable, in probably in some way, shape, or form, to the death of the unions that started pretty much in the 60s and 70s.
I mean, it's everything that Bernie Sanders' campaign is about. We actually brought Bernie Sanders with us here today.
Oh, Bernie!
Bernie Sanders.
You guys got a Bernie too?
Oh,
we got a Bernie. We got our own Bernie.
We have
Let's see what you got. Before we do the scene, let's hear the dueling Bernies here.
But for the people that I have always said, the people need multiple parties across the nation to represent all kinds of people. So I'm very happy to have another Bernie Sanders here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Elliot's Bernie. Now here's Zach Zajak's Bernie.
I agree with everything he has just said.
About multiple Bernies?
About multiple Bernies, over 3% of the Bernie Sanders in this nation must be impersonations.
I think my Bernie's better.
But he has to say
My
that.
Bernie's better.
I don't know.
So Flabby, the scene that we're going to be sharing with you today is
Yes.
a courtroom scene.
Okay.
This is the anarchists are on trial. It's a mock trial to start off with.
Yeah.
We never knew who actually threw the bomb. So these individuals were tried, and 4 of them were hung, as a matter of fact, for instigating a riot. That's all that it was.
wow.
That's all it was. So the scene right now is.
4 of us are hung too here at the Flabby Show.
Really? We just had a couple of beers before we came here. We had to prepare for you. So we had a couple of drinks.
It's where you have it right now.
So the scene that we're going to be, I'm sorry, Roberta.
Where's that hand
Just,
going?
ladies and gentlemen, the radio artist just squeezed her ass. Really hard.
It's a fine ass. It's a fine ass.
Well, good seeing you, Flabby.
Flabby, I was elected the straight man here, by the way.
Oh,
So
really?
everybody's a comedian back here.
We
except
elected
me.
Darren Marshall the straight man of our crew.
So the scene,
Didn't work out,
that
didn't
you're
work
going to hear right now is going to be the Attorney General or the Chief Prosecutor Julius Grinnell. Now he is making a case for the state to hang the anarchists.
Okay,
here's the
great.
scene. So
Here we go.
here is our director and our co-writer Eric Goldman as Julius Grinnell.
From the Bloody Haymarket, it's at the Irish American Heritage Center, 4626 North Knox Avenue in Chicago, April 30th, May 4th, May 7th, May 14th, May 21st, well, pretty much every
Saturday.
every Saturday in May.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, a scene from Bloody Haymarket.
Hang the bastards. That's actually it. No, it's not.
And
And scene. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in our history, people are on trial for endeavoring to make anarchy the rule, to ruthlessly and awfully destroy human life to achieve that end. The defendants in this case incited a mob in the Haymarket on the night of May 4th, 1886. Just as the rally was about to turn violent, police officers did their duty and attempted to break up this unruly mob. Their efforts were curtailed, however, when a dynamite bomb was hurled into their midst, which ultimately resulted in the death of 7 brave lawmen, turning their victims' wives into widows and reducing their children into bastards. Throughout this trial, the prosecution will prove, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that the 7 men sitting here indeed incited a mob in the Haymarket. They were responsible for the grisly blast that night, and that it was Augustus Vincent Theodore Spies who lit the bomb's fuse on the night in question. Law is on trial. Anarchy is on trial. And I pray that while the youngest of us lives, such a trial such as this shall never take place. Furthermore, I have full faith and credit in this jury that after careful deliberation, they will vote guilty, vindicate our law, our society, and our criminal justice system, as every man and every woman on this jury is an American.
And scene.
And see.
So, Flabby, that's a snippet of what you're going to be seeing at our show. So come and enjoy it. It's going to be great.
Well, I must admit, my appetite is wet right
Yes.
now.
Among other things.
Among other things, exactly.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
So let me ask, Elliot, what drew you to this role? What is in your experience that informs your character, perhaps?
Well, this it's kind of dumb. Because I have to get into weird
What
acting.
kind of dumb fits right in with this show?
We don't like kind of dumb.
Only kind of, yeah, right. Yeah, full frontal dumb.
It's like I kind of have to talk about the process. And
Full
really
blown
get into
dumb.
A little pretentious.
No, we can let you pretend to be an artist.
No, but I am an artist. That's where it's crazy, Zach, is I am an artist. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So,
All right.
Hey, hold on.
Steady on.
Steady, man. I didn't actually intend to. I haven't told Eric or any of these guys this. I didn't intend to audition for this show. I had the audition set up, but I was just like, it's been going bad. Getting back into acting and other forms of that sort of expression, blah blah blah, hasn't been going well. So I was planning on canceling my audition last minute, and then I don't know. I just woke up on time, and I was like, you know what? I'm already
That
awake.
damn alarm clock!
So I was like, all right, let's
Figured
just
it
try
was a
this.
sign. Hey, I woke up on time. Must be a sign.
But the problem was I was reading through everything, and I come from a very involved family of people who they come from a very working class background. My parents, you don't know, but my parents, my mom comes from Port Washington, Wisconsin, which is a very working class portside town in Wisconsin. And my dad traveled all over the U.S. doing dirty jobs and just muck.
So it's a blue collar working class.
Yeah, and then he became a professor, and so he was very against the idea of any sort of. He's very anti-establishment.
Oh, right.
Yes.
And in North Carolina, I'm from North Carolina, which you can hear from my accent.
Yes, of course. I was going to say. I was going to say the Raleigh-Durham area? Yes.
Winston-Salem, which is 3-4 hours, depending how fast you're going. Yeah, it's safe.
I'm not familiar with the area.
We don't make Marlboros.
I know. It was a cigarette. It's
So this-
not
this-
cigarettes that I had.
Isn't this? I'm sorry.
This play and this play and this experience sort of speaks to you in your own personal experience.
Yeah, I was going to say I started reading over some of the sides that I was given, and I was and started researching who the characters were, and I realized how important it was to me because my dad grew up in Chicago. They were in the South Side, and my dad has a very pro-union stance on a lot of issues, which it might be a little bit controversial in today's society, but
Hang him! Hang him! Castrate the son of a bitch!
well,
Please.
Yes.
Wake up.
Oh, coming up against it. So well, let's bring in Asta and David too, so we can get a little bit on them. Asta, what was it that?
It's actually Asta.
Asta, oh,
Asta
Asta.
La Vista, baby.
Oh, okay. I'm
And
sorry about that. Shut up, sit down. It's not a tumor.
Even the
Hasta la vista.
So,
Baby.
Baby.
Asta is an artist. She's also an actress, and she is part of our production. She plays the role of Nanny Fields.
Oh, okay.
And her inspiration was?
So Ben said, oh, I want you to be in the stage production. And I said, I only do TV, I don't do stage. And he said, let me send you the script. And I said, who am I right now? Sending me a script? I'm like, yes. So actually I was on the plane to California and I'm like reading the script and I almost died because she is me. We have the same personality, so I was hooked right after that.
Wow.
Yes, and we're glad that she's on board.
Oh, that's fantastic. And so what else have you done in your career?
I've done like